as Kennedy nicely trying to catch him off guard. She'll play it quickly. Vogt has a chance, a shot. She scores. Maggie Vogt wins it for Keene State College. And the Owls, with a dramatic win in overtime, they win it 2 overtimes. They win it 1-0.
That was the golden goal off the foot of Maggie Vogt that sealed a big conference win for Keene State on Saturday. Welcome to Inside Owl Athletics. I'm Matt Holderman, and we're starting tonight with women's soccer. Women's soccer is on a 3-game winning streak, 2 of those wins coming in overtime. Let's go back to Saturday. Eastern Connecticut had a chance to win it in the first OT, but Abby Tarinka stopped this shot by Haley Montesanto. Then in second overtime, Maggie Vogt made the shot that counted. This long, arching shot secured the win. Keene State downs the Warriors 1-0. The Owls needed overtime again on the road at Plymouth State on Wednesday. Second half, Keene State down 1-0 when Jordan Abashano tied the game up with this goal from close range. 7 minutes later, it's Abashano again, sending in the cross that loops over everyone for the Owls' first lead of the game. The Panthers would score in the 68th minute to tie the game, but Keene State won it as soon as overtime began. Off the opening kickoff, the ball comes to Amanda Marshall. She slides the pass to Abashano to complete the hat trick. The Owls get their 3rd win in a row, 3-2 over the Panthers. One of the key players on the women's team is senior midfielder Patricia Norton. She's a big part of the team's success so far this season. But Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa reports not that long ago, Norton did not know if she'd ever be on the field again.
Patricia Norton patrols the midfield for the Owls. The 5th-year senior is a strong and stable force that coach Denise Lyons has come to rely on.
She's a workhorse on the field, she's a leader, a captain, so she leads by example. And I think she sets the tempo when Trisha's on and she's fighting for every ball. The team feed off that, and I think that we're so successful when she's on.
But there was a time when it seemed like Norton might be off the field, perhaps forever. And that was in 2016 when she tore her ACL.
So when I first tore it, I kind of thought that my season was going to be over, that I wasn't going to be able to come back at all.
It was devastating. To me, I thought it was season ending, but I thought for her, it's hard to come back from that.
She did come back in 2017, but in the 7th game of the season, it happened again, a second ACL tear.
Then I really thought that I was done. I didn't think I was going to be able to come back again.
First time it happened, I think she, thought she could come back a lot sooner, and then she was back a little bit too soon.
Coming back from 2 ACL injuries is very rare, but if anyone could do it, Coach Lyons says it would be her workhorse.
Knowing the type of athlete she is, I don't think everybody could come back from 2, and some wouldn't even want to try to come back from 2. But no, I knew that she's such a dedicated athlete and works so hard both on and off the field that I knew she'd come back, and I was so excited that she was going to come back for the year.
It feels really good. Just to be able to play at all really feels good, honestly.
Not only is she playing, but she's playing well. She is 2nd on the team in points and has started every game. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Tyler DeRosa.
Norton and her team will host UMass Dartmouth on Saturday. Field hockey is celebrating 4 straight wins after trouncing Fitchburg State Wednesday. The Owls struck first with this shot from Maggie Cahoon that ends up on the stick of Kelsey Roberts. Later in the second quarter, Keene State on the breakaway, and Nina Bruno slides the pass to Roberts, who easily taps in her 2nd of the game. Now in the 4th, Owls up 4-0. Cahoon sends in a corner to Nina Bruno. That falls to Erica Chareth for the score. Keene State takes this one easily, 5-0. Keene State's volleyball team rolled into Plymouth Wednesday night looking for a 4th straight win over the Panthers. First set, Owls up 16-9. Bailey Wilson serving.
Floated over. Baudet was there to receive. Matthew on the dig on the attack from Plymouth State in the middles.
After a couple rallies for each team, Megan Palmer sets up Kelly Hunt for the spike and a 17-9 lead. KSC would take the set 25-19. 4th set now, KSC is up 24-19 and facing set point when Liz Johnson provides the decisive point to send it to a winner-take-all 5th set. In that final set, the Owls took a 7-5 lead courtesy of this kill by Sydney Johnson, but it would be all Plymouth after that. Plymouth took the final set 15-11. and they took the match 3-2. Men's soccer had a better outcome against the Panthers on Saturday. 3 second-half goals gave Keene State a 3-0 victory. Yusufu Juma, Emmanuel Smith, and Benny Tamzarian all found the net for the Owls. The playoff picture is starting to come into focus, and Keene State is in the hunt in 4 sports. The men's soccer team is currently tied for 4th place with Western Connecticut State, with both teams having 9 points. UMass Boston sits in 3rd with 10 points, while Rhode Island College has 13 points, and Eastern Connecticut tops the table with 15 points. Wednesday's overtime win over Plymouth State lifted Keene State women's soccer into a 3-way tie for 3rd place in the LEC. The Owls sit at 3-2 in the league, along with Castleton and Plymouth, all on 9 points. UMass Boston and Western Connecticut State have perfect 5-0 records to lead the league. KSC Field Hockey is all alone in 2nd place in the conference standings, with an 8-1 record. The Owls sit just a half game behind league leaders Worcester State, with Western Connecticut State, Southern Maine, and Castleton rounding out the top 5. The Owls volleyball team are 1 game back of league leaders Plymouth State and Western Connecticut State, with a 3-2 record in conference play. Eastern Connecticut State is in 3rd place with a record of 4-2, while UMass Boston sits tied with the Owls at 3-2 in the league. 3 Keene State athletes are getting conference honors this week. Soccer junior Maggie Vogt is the conference Defensive Player of the Week. She's part of a back line that has allowed just 1.7 goals per game this season. She also got the game winner against Eastern Connecticut last week. Teammate Abby Tarinka is the goalkeeper of the week. She's averaging just 1.43 goals per game in 10 games this season. Jalen Jane is the rookie swimmer of the week. She won the 200 free in her first collegiate meet over the weekend. Soccer defender Nicole Dalmeda is one of your Owl athletes of the week. She's part of a back line that posted 2 shutouts last week. She's joined by diver George Colarulo. He won both the 1 meter and 3 meter competitions at the open meet of the season Saturday. It's a busy weekend at home again for Owl Athletics. Saturday starts off at noon with volleyball hosting UMass Dartmouth. The pool will be busy as Keene State hosts St. Michael's and Norwich. Events begin at 1. Also at 1, women's soccer hosts UMass Dartmouth. Volleyball is back at 4, taking on the Suffolk Rams. Cross country is on the road in Springfield, Massachusetts for the Western New England Invitational at 11. Men's soccer is at UMass Dartmouth for a 1 o'clock kick, and field hockey is also traveling. They'll be visiting Southern Maine at 3. For scores, stats, and more, check out KeeneOwls.com. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com. That's all for this week. For everyone here at Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman. Thanks for watching.